Before you die, there is something you should know about us.
What?
I am
A man, baby!
It's time to talk about the Zelda situation. Alright, so recently there's been some rumors going around that there's been some casting involved for the upcoming live-action Zelda movie. Legend of Zelda, that is. Basically, there's been some rumors floating around that Zelda would be cast as someone in particular, and we'll get to that. But I figured if the whole idea of casting for a movie is brought up, we can go with the themes that they've presented, come up with like the perfect cast for the main characters of the movie. Now, my first thought for like someone like Link would be, I don't know, maybe someone like Emily Rose, right? Or Sydney Sweeney. The more thought I put into it, I just kept coming back to like, no, of course, the one and only person you can cast for the role of Link from The Legend of Zelda would have to be Zendaya. Now, you can argue with me all you want, but there's nobody better. Now, that brings us to Ganon. So, ideally, my first thought would be like, I don't know, somebody like the live-action version of Groundskeeper Willie from The Simpsons, or like Terry Crews, But, the more thought I put into it, and if we want to stick to like the themes of what the rumors are kind of hinting at here, maybe somebody more like Queen Latifah or Lizzo would be better for the role of Ganon or Ganondorf, the ultimate nemesis of Link. But then, when I gave it a second and third thought, it came to me. The perfect casting for Ganondorf, Zendaya. So that being said, we can go right into the news. So this is where it all began. Okay, so Screen Time put out this, and this went everywhere. It's on like Facebook and everything. As soon as they mentioned it, as you can see here, almost 30 million views. Hunter Schafer is reportedly being eyed to play as Princess Zelda in the live-action Legend of Zelda film. Okay, and this is from Daniel RPK. A little bit of a ratio going on there, but there's still over 237,000 likes on that. This went completely viral right off the bat. Let me know what you think about this in the comments below. I can't deny that Hunter does look like Zelda's brother or something. So, I mean, the appearance is kind of there, but we'll get into more details of it. This is the story, and, people are responding in a bunch of different ways. Obviously, supporters come out in favor of it. There was the 200,000, likes on it, and, people enjoying what they're seeing here. But this person, imagine being so bigoted you can't see the most perfect casting of Princess Zelda just because you're a turnphobe. Yeah, people going hard, arguing and stuff in the comments here. You can see, you can probably just get a taste of it here. Yeah.
Well, I thought she was a man.
Yeah, I would say, like I said, the appearance is somewhat there, but I wouldn't say it's a perfect casting, okay? And I wouldn't say it's bigoted to want accuracy with your character. Like, if it's strictly about appearances, sure, that can work in some ways, but we're talking about a major beloved character and IP here. Like, this is something that supersedes multiple cultures. This goes well into like Asia and America. This is a whole bunch of, so I mean, it's probably best to just try to be as accurate in every single way possible when you're doing this, especially when you have a huge IP. Now, women are responding as well, weighing in with their opinions here. The erasure of women in the name of progression is just so tiresome. Hunter Schafer may look like Zelda, but he is still a man. Hopefully the rumor is only a rumor and an actual woman gets cast for the role.
You have to admit, she is rather mannish.
I see what she's saying here, because there's like, okay, if you have the option of basically casting anyone on Earth for the role, and half the population happens to be a little bit more qualified, I would say, just from a basic perspective of being a woman, meaning like I can't pretend to be a woman any more than my wife could just naturally be a woman.
If that is a woman, it does look like she was beaten with an ugly stick.
We'll see what she has to say here.
You know what I find funny, though it's not actually funny? The people who say feminist things like men are stealing opportunities from women are the ones single-handedly giving men opportunities over women by enabling a certain mental illness that is erasing women. Like, you guys are turning feminism into a parody of itself, whether you realize it or not. What is this? Does Hunter Schafer resemble the character? Yeah. I'm not blind. Is it natural? No, because he is a man. And since when does Hollywood care about faithfully casting roles anyway? Like, suddenly resemblance matters, it's just the biology you don't care about? Imagine being so ideologically possessed that you think it's empowering to cast a man in a woman's role when actual women are being sidelined.
Yep.
Like, no, I actually don't understand how you could, in good conscience, erase women for someone else's validation. Like, trans women are just women. But biological women are cis women. No,
right.
I'm not dealing with that anymore.
Right.
This situation might be minor in the grand scheme of things, but you shouldn't be able to achieve something by taking what's for actual women, because women are being erased in their spaces, in their sports, their careers, their roles, in titles like mother and breastfeeding, and something's gotta give. Women deserve more respect and acknowledgement than what we've been given lately, especially from the crowd who claims to be pro-woman the most.
Isn't it interesting how it's always around the topic of woman? It's the definition of woman that's being redefined. Like, everybody's just like leaving men alone for the most part, even though the implication is that anything male related would get drug into the new definitions after the fact. But she's making a very solid point here. It's always women being diluted. It very much seems targeted at women. I mean, yeah, she just kind of knocked it out of the park here. Probably got some hate for that, probably got some love for it.
Yeah, honey, it's me.
But we got another one here. Gamers, who would be a better Zelda? Feminists, weigh in the comments below. What do you think about them removing opportunities for women? Because ultimately that's what it comes down to, is a man is taking one of the biggest female roles of all time. It's right in line with all the Olympic stuff. It's right in line with a whole bunch of stuff. This is going to be one of the most iconic female roles of all time, female characters. And a man is just going to come in pretending to be a woman, and everybody's going to praise him as apparently being a better woman than a real woman, than you, lady listening to this right now. He thinks he's a better woman than you, apparently.
Happy birthday.
Or whatever actress you think would be the best for the role. But what do you think? Who do you think would be a better Zelda? A man or a woman, basically? And a little cheeky, but shout out to Della Rose. This is funny, and this is also funny. I have the perfect role for Mr. Hunter Schafer. You know, a male role. It works right here. Yeah, even looks like him. It's uncanny.
Huh? Wow! Yay!
It's uncanny. And right here, someone not really casting any shade, but like still sharing their opinion here. You got Zelda, of course. I can't deny the this is already a better choice here, you know, in my opinion.
Yeah, this Dove Cameron lady has like the distinctive elf look. And, you know, we used to know how to do elves in cinema and media. There was a time when, like, Peter Jackson made The Lord of the Rings, for example, where there was, like, no controversy. Everybody accepted it, and it was what it was. You know, somewhere along the line we forgot how to stay true to original IPs. And the things that we love. I truly believe it's being puppeted like Weekend at Bernie's by some other sort of like higher power. Now, this year's one of my favorite artists. Shout out to G Prime. He always knocks it out of the park with these comics that he puts up periodically. This one, I had to look at it for a little bit because I was like, what's going on here? He's very, very cheeky with it. I thought the delivery was in the final scene, but he snuck the three little lines in there on the third panel there. But this brings me back to casting. So I actually think the truest and most powerful casting choice for Zelda is obviously Pedro Pascal. But yeah, thanks for listening, everybody. Until next time, cheers.